In the studio, Adam Granduciel, leader and songwriter of the War on Drugs, is a sculptor of sound.
I try to just keep chipping away at, this little idea you may start with, work on something for 7, 8 months, and eventually it just kind of like turns into something.
It's turned into unexpected success for the indie rock band whose last album, Lost in the Dream, sold more than 250,000 copies. Growing up in Massachusetts, Granduciel always loved music, but his passion deepened when he picked up an electric guitar at a friend's house.
I remember hitting this red washburn and like the ground shaking. I knew actually when I did that, I was like, this is the single greatest moment of my life.
Granduciel was living in Oakland in 2003 when he suddenly moved to Philadelphia in search of a music community.
You took a leap here, coming out here.
I didn't know what else to do really at the time.
He took part-time jobs at first.
I was a bouncer, if you can believe it, for a while at a sports bar.
At a sports bar?
Yeah.
Were you a good bouncer?
No, I let everybody in.
But in Philly, he found a kindred spirit in musician Kurt Vile.
That little window, like 2004 through like 2010 or 11, was probably the most inspiring time of my creative life for sure. Mm-hmm. I think we were both kind of like feeding off each other's like what we were both searching for,
They started performing together as the War on Drugs at a local bar, Johnny Brendas.
So you guys used to play here all the time?
Yeah, we started playing here when they opened the upstairs. We were the first band to play.
After the band's first album, Vile left to pursue a successful solo career. But the War on Drugs following has grown with each record. A few months ago, Granduciel found new rehearsal space in an old technical school in South Philly.
So what were you looking for when you moved in here?
I needed a place I could I had some of my gear out in Los Angeles. I had stuff in storage units. The band stuff was all over the place.
Right.
I needed a place where everything could be in one spot, and the band could rehearse and get inside the music, and just a place to grow,
Their fourth album, A Deeper Understanding, is also their major label debut.
I guess the only thing different with this record was I knew that there was a little bit of an expectation about it.
How did you interpret what that expectation was?
I just knew I needed to push myself to a place where I felt like I went all the way.